Man, let's get into Boston Celtics versus the Dallas Mavericks, man. My Mavericks did it, man. We made it, my boy Luka, dog. I could go on forever.
My boy Luka, that's crazy because you didn't used
go.
to be a Luka fan.
And now, mind you, we talked on the phone, and I told him when it shifted, and he's correct. First 3 years, Luka been in the league 6 years. First 3 years, I said I'm good on Luka.
Facts.
He cried too much. I don't care about the numbers he put up. I don't see no dog in him. When I seen him do what he did to the who did he? I forgot who he played in the first round.
Talking about this season?
No, 2 years ago when they went to the Western Conference Finals.
Was it? It wasn't the Clippers.
Was it the Clippers?
It wasn't the Clippers. It wasn't the Clippers because it's their first time beating the Clippers.
But anyway, after they did what they did, the Phoenix was the number 1 seed. We know that's Fugazi now. Them boys ain't like that.
Yeah.
But and then I seen that he really didn't have no help against. You ain't finna beat Golden State by yourself, fam. It's just not happening. But I gained the respect for him then because I seen him just put his head down and go to work.
That's facts.
Let's skip ahead. I've been rolling with Luke ever since, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I just needed to see him do something, a somewhat impossible feat. That team wasn't that great, you feel me? But my boy Luka, you know what I'm saying? And my boy Kyrie, we cooking, man. What you got? What you thinking?
Since we on the topic, I want to talk about the Kyrie naysayers. All the people who treated him like an anti-American, you know, they treated him like he was a terrorist because he didn't want to take a COVID vaccine.
Right.
You know,
right.
We didn't forget. We remember y'all. Y'all all Kyrie fans. Y'all all Maverick fans now. But
Shaq.
We ain't forget. We ain't forget.
I remember that, bro.
Who you got? How many games? What we doing? I know you a native.
I have two. I have two takes.
Okay.
I have my more objective take, and I have my from the heart take.
I want objective.
My objective take is Boston in 7. I think if the superstars are superstarring, I think with them having the 2-3-2, is it 2-3-2 or is it 2-2-1-1-1?
I think it's still. I don't know. I don't know.
It don't even matter, to be honest. I think that if I'm being honest, Boston has looked like the best team in basketball for a majority of the year.
In the East.
Yeah, in the East for sure. And you know, they've been there before. They have the experience. I can't act like, you know, I didn't talk about the Mavericks having an edge over both OKC and Minnesota because of Luka and Kyrie's experience. You feel me? This is the first time for Luka, but Luka is, in fact, the best player in the NBA. Stop arguing with me about that, bro.
And I want to challenge you on that Boston in 7. Since he is the best player in the NBA, I think if it goes to 7, the best player going to pull it out. And that's Luka. I don't think it goes.
I don't disagree with that. I don't want to disagree with that. Let me say it that way. But Tatum has been there before,
and he's lost,
and he's led a team there.
And he's choked.
I agree. And him and Jalen gonna say, "Who? Is it your turn? Is it my turn?" Here, Kyrie and Luka know how to play off of each other now. They know how to play. One go to the bench, one come in. You feel me? They both with the live game. 1-on-1, to me, it's not close as far as when you match up the two stars because Jalen has bailed Jason out a lot of times.
What about them being two-way defenders? I mean, two-way players.
That makes a difference.
So
that's why I say I would pick Boston if I took my heart out of it because when you got those guys that can defend and then you got to get back and defend them, that could put your defense in some bad situations. The PJ Washington and all them guys, man, they good, but This is like the top of the level. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to think that they can sustain that. Like this, man, bro. This is big, bro. Gafford ain't never been there. PJ ain't never been there. Luke ain't never been there. Even with him being a pro since he was 13, I could give him a pass and think that he could rise to the occasion, like a Jordan or somebody like that. But I think it's a tall task, man. You got Horford. You got all these guys. They gonna pull them out and make them have to defend the 3 now. Everybody can shoot. I think that the Mavericks can do it, bro.
I think the Mavs got some great experience on dealing with a big that can stretch the floor, which if KP come back and Al Horford, and that was against Cat, they pretty much neutralized him. So I think they got a lot of experience in that series, so they're going to be prepared. I think Jason Kidd is going to have the best performance of his life.
He cooking.
I think he has a game plan that he's been waiting. It's in the tuck, and he is going to put it out in this series. I think he's going to be the reason they win the series. He's going to come up with a scheme that is going to make Kyrie and Luka be successful, and those role players that don't have experience be successful. And he's going to neutralize somebody. I don't know if it's going to be Tatum or Brown, but one of those guys are going to get neutralized.
I like that. And the reason I like that is because I was watching earlier, BJ Armstrong was talking about how Jason Kidd has ran the offense through the middle of the court. He said in the NBA, the rule is if you run your offense through the middle of a court, you cannot trap a player. You can't double a player.
Yeah.
And so he's been a coach and failed. He's been a player and failed. He's been a player and won. He kind of got, if the advantage goes to him.
100%.
So I like that take. I think this is where Kyrie matters the most, though.
Yeah.
Let's not forget y'all gave the Mavericks a D on that trade for Kyrie. I always thought that was cap. And mind you, I was talking noise about Kyrie prior to him being traded to us. And as soon as we got him, I'm like, oh, yeah, we good. I'll take him. Listen, man, superstars are hard to come by in this league.
I mean, we've seen what
That's what I was going to say, too.
We've seen what Luka did with Jalen Brunson. So if you give him a Kyrie, we knew what he could do.
I think if you smart, you don't let Porzingis play in the series. You've had to go the entire playoffs pretty much without Porzingis. He's gonna mess up the continuity of that offense and that defense if he he's 7 foot, he's stiff, he's not really great moving like Tom Bell with the knee. He stays injured. Let's keep it a buck.
You saying he could throw off the chemistry?
He could throw off the chemistry by far.
Okay.
So
I've been kind of wanting to say that, but I just ain't said it because I'm like he's still an X factor. I mean, he can shoot threes.
Yes.
He's a mismatch.
And he can defend.
He
can shot blocker. Yes.
Around the rim.
Yes, that's what I meant. Not he ain't locking nobody up, but around the rim he can be that.
The only player that has me nervous in this entire series is Drew Holiday.
But
I am not true. I do not care about Jason Tatum. I do not care about Jaylen Brown.
If Drew can cook,
I'm more focused on because if Drew somehow
he gonna have to be able to corral
back
Kyrie
the clock and do what he did to Dame when the New Orleans Pelicans played the Portland Trail Blazers it was a while ago.
I know what you're talking about.
He had Dame in hell. If he could somehow do that to Kyrie, because he can't do it to Luka.
I was gonna say he's getting cooked against Luka. Let's be clear.
If he can somehow neutralize or kind of limit Kyrie, it's gonna be tough.
But then does that not speak to then it becomes a toss up? Because if you're just saying that one of them players is gonna be neutralized on offense or whatever in this series, and he finds a way to kind of neutralize Kyrie, we looking at probably a Luka versus Tatum. You know what I'm saying?
The
matchup
thing is, they still got Derek White. If KP does play good, they got way better weapons, if I'm being honest. They do. However, I just feel like they just something tells me they go choke.
Something says that, man, some players it takes them to taste that one time, like to really get over the hump.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like 2 years ago when Luka got there, I'm looking at the roster, I'm like, we ain't getting back there. So that's why I was like, capitalize. If you could beat them, then what? They would have got smoked, to be honest, because they wasn't going to beat Boston. I also feel
like going through a gauntlet helps you later on. It's like preparation. Boston didn't play nobody, bro.
OKC was a far tougher series. 100%. Let's be clear.
And on top of Boston not playing nobody, a lot of the teams they played, they stars were hurt. I think that's going to matter, bro. I think those tough tasks, those tough games, and Minnesota ain't no walkover, bro.
Are we giving the same approach to that as we've given to Golden State? Because Golden State, remember, they kept talking about all the key guards got hurt.
100%.
They still champs though. That's my thing. Is so it's like
champs before though. They know how to win. That's the difference between Golden State and Boston. Golden State already had a winning pedigree. They've already won 3 championships before that. So it is what it is. All they had to do was get to the mountaintop, and they showed you they can deliver. We don't know if Jason Tatum and Mazzulla and Jaylen Brown can deliver.
I'm still not sold on their coach, Boston's coach. I think that we know the quality of a team that they had because the other what's the other coach that they let go of? Whatever his name is. We saw what he did.
Put it up.
Yeah, we saw what he did.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes it's kind of like it's like Barry Switzer inheriting Jimmy Johnson's Dallas Cowboys team that won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
It's kind of not hard to get back there, to be honest. As long as you don't just mess up something tremendously. I don't know, but I think the coaching matchup clearly goes to Dallas.
100%.
When it comes to the team, Boston, like I said, in the East for sure. And somebody said the last time that Boston and Dallas played, Boston won by like 28.
Yeah.
You feel me? But we're not comparing that.
Was it before the trade though?
I think it was after, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
I could be wrong. And that's what I told people. I'm like, listen, we ain't going to act like the Mavericks was the same team before and after. Clearly a different team
100%.
after. Gafford and P.J. Washington, and then you let Lively mature some more. They a problem. You feel me? I just think sometimes, bro, when you get somebody like Luka and Kyrie, you get to that level, they just see red, bro.
Okay, I want to get off.
And they true killers.
But I want to ask you one quick question. Answer quick if you can.
Okay.
Let's say the Mavs do lose. Do you have faith in them getting back next season?
Yes, cause I like Nico Harrison. I think he's brilliant, bro.
Okay.
The moves he made, I would have never thought P.J. Washington and Gafford would have changed that team like that. He know what he doing.
Okay, same question for Boston. If they lose,
no,
do you think
you gotta start looking at blowing that up? You got to.
But they kind of blew it up though. They got rid of Marcus Smart. They got rid of their center.
That's cute, but
they got rid of Brogdon. They got rid of some pieces.
They have a great front office though.
So you basically saying split up Jalen.
Yes, you gotta find a way, and I think Jalen gotta go. You gotta send him somewhere.
You just paid Jaylen Brown over $300 million. You're going to pay Jason Tatum more.
Yes.
So that matters.
I don't see him getting rid of him. I can see Jalen going and fitting into somebody else's scheme perfectly.
Yeah.
I think he was always a number 2 guy. I don't think you would sell the farm to bet on him though. And that's no disrespect. I just don't think he's that guy. So yeah, I think you blow it up if they don't win.